the left, and you can see this home that is off to the left. The fault runs underneath that house. You've got more damage, more cracked streets about 3 blocks back behind that. And then as we pan off to the right, again, you can see the force of this is the road was just actually lifted up and cracked, and even turning over this sidewalk back here behind me. Again, this is the power and the force of this quake this morning. We want to bring over Paul Barron. He's trying to get his house at least a little bit in order here. We know there is the threat, of course, of these aftershocks that we've just learned could be as high as 5.0 within the next 3 to 6 day period. Paul, the damage out front is unbelievable. What was it like this morning?
It was absolutely crazy. You ever been woken up, straight out of bed in the middle of the night with all this violent shaking? It just sounded like bombs or explosions going off, and it just wouldn't quit. And then, you walk out and you kind of figure out what the heck just happened, and you see 6 inches of broken glass all over your kitchen, and nothing's hanging on the walls, and everything is just on the ground in shambles, and dogs barking, neighbors running around outside, sirens going off, Yeah,
I know for myself it was going for about 25 seconds. I wondered if it was going to stop. Then you guys come out here to find all of this damage. Do you think you guys are going to be able to recover okay inside, or are you going to have some major structural damage?
I think our structural damage that we've noticed so far is going to be fairly minor, so I think we're lucky there. So it's just going to be getting to work and cleaning up, and make a couple purchases, buy a couple new dressers and some glasses to drink some water out of and eat my breakfast with, And
we live in earthquake country, of course. We talk about being prepared all the time, but even this morning, probably there's nothing you could have read or learned about that could have prepared you for this.
If there was, I surely would have liked to know where I could have found that information. No, I think you're completely right.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Paul. We really appreciate it. We're going to let you get back to your house and kind of getting that a little bit stabilized. Raj, the scene out here is really unbelievable. It seems like something out of a movie. It's just hard to believe the force and the pressure that came up with this earthquake this morning. Again, tearing up not only the street you see back here behind me on Meadowbrook, but also several streets here right throughout this neighborhood in Napa.
And Jeff, that video there, the scene there is incredible, like you just described. Is that just in that point right there? And you're on Meadowbrook Drive, that's near Browns Valley Elementary. You said several streets are like that you've seen thus far?
Yeah, we're at Meadowbrook and also Buman. If you know this area at all, you know that Buman, there's a lot of streets that run off of that. We're hearing from the residents around here. What you're seeing back here behind me, that roadway is cracked, actually happens for about 2 to 3 blocks, if I remember correctly, in both directions. So it's not just this street, but it's several other streets that are dealing with damage like this. That is actually part of the fault line that's underneath there, and that's why you're seeing that severe crack. That's where some of the shifting of the earth happened this morning, and again woke up a lot of folks. We should know, as we've been talking about this information a lot, it was an extremely shallow quake. I believe the calculation was about 6.7 miles below the earth's surface, so that's why a lot of people felt it, not only here in Napa and American Canyon, but all the way down towards parts of the South Bay as well. We've got a lot of neighbors and residents coming out here to check out the scene, and as we've been saying, there still is the threat of aftershocks. You want to remember those simple things: drop, cover, and hold. We could get aftershocks as high as a 5.0, we're hearing from the USGS, maybe in the next 5 to 7 days. So while it's important to get some of this debris out of the way, if you feel anything that's shaking again, you want to take cover.
Now, we talk about the damage, but we are now just seeing that damage right behind you, Jeff. Several streets there with the streets, Laura, just really crumpling and bubbling like that where Jeff is right there. That's west of Highway 29, right in Napa.
Exactly. As we continue to take live pictures of downtown Napa as well, where we saw a lot of the historic buildings structurally damaged there. We want to check in with Michelle Roberts. She's actually live with the USGS this morning with the very latest updates that we have.